And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The soaring CN Tower is seen from the waters of Lake Ontario, along with the rest of beautiful downtown Toronto, our setting today. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
For a long time, the Raptors playing in Canada was seen by some as a detriment to their competitive prospects. Players dealt with issues like passports, different money, going through customs, and on and on. But now the Raptors use it as a strength, not as a weakness. They have a whole nation behind them. And they have Toronto, a diverse city with global engagement. Kevin?
And the game is going global. You're right. Thank you, D.A. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Morris.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
And the Clippers starting five. They've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the one spot. And for the Raptors, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Right, Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Ibaka in at the center, locking down the middle. Well, Steve, a great time of the year. A number of teams battling for playoff position. Is home court advantage as important as it used to be, Steve?
Yeah, I think it is. I still think it comes down, if it's a Game 7, which we all want to see, you want it at home. You want to sleep in your bed. You want to be on your court. And I think it gives you advantage always.
Now here's Van Vliet. Lowry feeling it out a bit. 5 to shoot. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
That pick and roll is where Kyle Lowry shines. The defense left with only bad choices.
Now here's Beverly. And stolen by Siakam. And he banks in the layup.
This is a big part of Siakam's game. The ability to put the ball on the floor and make a play.
Beverly against Lowry. Pass to Zubac. Morris outside. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
Lowry from outside. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 4-point game.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Now, here's Siakam. He picked up 27 points in their last win against the Utah Jazz. And Anunoby now top of the key. Clock at 6. The shot misses. Great D that time from Leonard. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And George kicks to Leonard. For the 3. The three-pointer is right on target.
What I like about Kawhi's shot, no matter the distance, always seems to be on balance.
Lowry against Beverly. Stolen by Beverly. Here's Leonard. That's tipped. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly. Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
2 shots. Last on the first.
And he can't get the first one. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have two elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
I can't believe he missed those shots. Wow, he is usually lights out from there.
Lowry finds Van Vliet. And here is Ibaka, defended by George. Shot clock at 5. He had to fade back on that one, but still got it to go.
And that's a nice jumper by Ibaka, showing good touch from mid-range.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. And here's George for 3. That shot off the mark. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
It was a sizable loss, and it was mostly due to their awful passing and ball control. They just need to use better judgment in this game.
The Clippers trail. And Beverly kicks to Zubac. Outside, George. Lowry against Beverly. Morris outside. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Golden State Warriors.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim, he's likely to remember that one.
Now, here's George. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Warriors in San Francisco. Here's Morris. Count that one.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Lowry passes to Anunoby. Back to Lowry. Now Van Vliet. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the rejection by Zubac. But he stays with it. Shots good by Ibaka.
And that's a good job of spotting up by Serge Ibaka. He's good in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Passes to Leonard. Rebound by the Raptors. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
I love the communication, love the hustle. They came up with big stops all night.
Here's Beverly after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. And here's Beverly. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Golden State, and that one is good.
I love this about Patrick Beverly. He's just a fighter. He's never going to back down.
Lowry passes to Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
There's the pass to Leonard. Can't connect from short range.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
Here's Anunoby. He's covered by Leonard. Morris against Siakam. He gets it in there.
Oh, great concentration from Siakam. Takes the hit, yet his eyes never leave the rim.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Leonard, and it's blocked by Ibaka. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Foul, he's jacked in for Fred Van Vliet. And then for the Clippers, Joakim Noah's checked in for Zubac, and it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And once you get the height advantage from there, no need to mess around.
Here's Siakam. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Morris. And it's Williams with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 3. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, their long range.
Oh, that was something else.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year, Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
And George with the stuff.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Lowry against Williams. Pass to Siakam. Here's Anunoby. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
George against Lowry. And it goes down 2 points. And it's 8 points for Paul George.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That's his first foul. A new group in now for the Raptors. Marc Gasol's checked in for Ibaka. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Thomas checked in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. The Clippers also changing it up. Green comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Jackson in for Leonard. Thomas finds Hollis Jefferson. Davis with it, guarded by Jackson. And Davis puts it in. And the Raptors lead by 2. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
To the right side. Poked away. Here's Jackson. He had 16 points in the win against Golden State. Here's the 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Davis. Green with the block.
One of JaMychal's strengths is his shot blocking. Whether he's down low or on the perimeter, he gets up quickly.
Jackson with it. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Drills it from outside.
Smooth shooting motion from distance. Williams making it look easy.
Davis against Williams. Now here's Powell. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 5 on the clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And out of UCLA, Norman Powell, athletic 6'4" combo guard, said he modeled his game after Russell Westbrook.
And I can see why. He's gifted physically as well. A 6'11" wingspan, a 40-inch vertical leap. He's more of a two-guard in my opinion, and he's off to a strong start in his young career.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Powell. Interesting, Smitty. We're seeing guys like Dirk and Vince Carter play into their 40s. I'm wondering if this is a byproduct of improved nutrition and conditioning, and if that accelerates this trend.
I think it does, Kevin. I also agree to add to that. I think the game is less physical. I think a lot of those guys are taking care of themselves, but when the game is not as physical, it's a lot more perimeter. you can play longer. I'm curious, Kevin, will anybody play into their 50s?
You know, wouldn't that be amazing? That's a good question. And here's George for three. Gasol with the rebound. Raptors with the lead. Powell finds Davis. Pass to Gasol. Poked loose. George against Thomas. And there's Paul George on the assist by Noah. That's 10 points for George.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Jackson against Powell. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
Here's George. It's hauled in by Thomas. And here's Thomas, who brings it up for Toronto. They trail by one. Powell against Jackson. Powell down low. Drops in the layup for two. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Williams dishes to Jackson. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
Passes it to Gasol. Over Noah.
Oh, he made it! He got it to go, and he beat the buzzer.
Wow. One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And what I love, there was no panic on his part. That's the steady pulse you want in that situation.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Raptors lead by 1. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. Serge Ibaka talked about his role on this team.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down, blocking shot, straight the floor, making open shot, rolling the basket, screen, those dirty work. I like to do that.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complementary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors guys, your thoughts?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Jermichael Green is out there with Paul George. Then it's Williams. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Noah in at the 5 spot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
Over a decade in Memphis for Marc Gasol, even played his high school basketball there. Now a new phase.
And he sinks the second. And when you spend as much time in one city as Marc Gasol and mean as much as he did to the Grizzlies franchise in that city of Memphis, you know what, Smitty? It's got to be tough to move on.
I'm sure, Kevin, for both sides. Regardless of what he accomplished moving forward, his jersey is getting retired in Memphis. No question about it.
Yep, it counts. And the Raptors lead by 2.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And I'm going to give him a lot of credit because he saw what he was up against and he was undeterred.
Noah trying to get open, and that one drops for him. Williams has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Good interior defense, but Lou Williams not to be intimidated, not to be denied.
Powell, that's good. Powell's got his second basket of the night.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Green finds George. Outside Williams. Back to George. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Toronto making a change here. Van Vliet's checked in. Patrick Beverley, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Outside, Green. 6 to shoot. Right wing. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Count that one. 14 points for George.
And, guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
A wide open look for Gasol from outside off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, "A Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole." Kevin, that's what made him from Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. Davis kicks to Van Vliet, fires from deep. And it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson with the foul. That's his first foul. So, for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Noah. And it's Kawhi Leonard in for Paul George. And so Green will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Leonard on the wing. Back to Beverley. Stolen by Van Vliet. Fast break Toronto. And the shot goes in. And the Raptors lead by 2.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Now here's Beverley, covered by Van Vliet. Beverley, the pass to Jackson. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And we're seeing more of this from Jackson. Under heavy fire, attacking inside.
Here's Van Vliet, and the rejection by Zubac. Jumps up, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Beverley against Davis. Now the pass to Gasol. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Marc doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
The Raptors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
The Toronto Raptors are an elite defensive group. Reasons why they're long, they're smart, and they're experienced.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Siakam is checked in for Hollis Jefferson. OG Anunoby comes in for Thomas. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Davis. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Gasol hits them both.
It's interesting, Gasol entered the league as a big guy with raw tools. Now one of the most highly skilled centers in the game.
And Jackson gets it to go. We talk about the defensive IQ, Smitty, for the Raptors. Where does that reveal itself?
For me, Kevin, their rotations, they are able to send help, double teams, and still recover and get out to shooters.
Van Vliet passes to Gasol. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Leonard. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Raptors have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Van Vliet passes to Lowry. And the layup's good off the glass. Lowry's got it all tied up now for the Raptors.
Kyle Lowry isn't tall, but he is fearless going down there in the lane.
Beverly against Lowry. Now Beverly. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. 4 on the shot clock. The turnaround jumper. Another shot. And Zubac puts it in. And the Clippers lead by 2.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Lowry passes to Siakam. Over Leonard. Siakam misses.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Leonard looking over the floor. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Siakam.
Good job inviting contact. The closer Leonard gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
The Clippers have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0 of 2 so far. The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Well, when the game is decided and the clock is running out, the winning team shouldn't try to score. But we're seeing more of that these days. I'm not sure why. Kind of an unwritten rule. What do you think about that, Steve?
Yeah, Kevin, it used to be. And I watch a lot of these players come in. The game is decided. You know, they're up 10 or down 10, and they're still out here dunking, shooting. Back in my day, Kevin, you get that little ugly look from the team. And then the next game, you usually come up with a hard foul against you just to send a message.
Outside Lowry. Pass to Ibaka. Shoots over Zubac. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers leading by 4. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And here is Siakam. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. Mark that as his 5th miss in 7 shots.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. That shot off. Raptors trail by 6. Pass to Anunoby. Now, here's Siakam. Shoots over Zubac. Siakam misses.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
His rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps. Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverly. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
And the first one drops. And Smitty, with Beverly and his defense, it's not like he turns it on or off.
Nope, he's always going full speed on defense. It's been his calling card as a player for years now, and it's what he's made his name on in the NBA.
Both free throws good from Beverly.
Patrick Beverly is a tone setter, someone who doesn't back down from anyone. I admire his confidence.
Here's Siakam. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Anunoby. Softly drops in the floater.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Passes it to Leonard. On the wing, Morris. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
A big key to the Clippers' recent surge, the development of Montrezl Harrell. His activity and his ability to score have been infectious for this team, and he also can be very intimidating.
That free throw missing. And the Clippers getting Harrell in that Chris Paul deal. Turned out to be a decent trade for both teams.
You're totally right. The Rockets already had Capella. Harrell was sort of a redundant in terms of skill set, and you can only have one rim runner on the floor before you began to compromise spacing.
Powell, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Anunoby passes to Lowry. And there's the pass to Siakam. Looking to get back on track here. He lays it in. Siakam's got his third basket of the night right there.
These are the looks this offense is designed to generate. Siakam deadly close to the rim.
Outside Leonard. The high post shot. They get it back. Zubac. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
Pass to Lowry. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Well, Ivica Zubac may not block a lot of shots, but Smitty, he is still a solid defender.
What Zubac does is a great job of challenging players at the rim and provides great help from the weak side. He does rack up a lot of defensive fouls, but hopefully that decreases with time.
And so he hits the technical free throw. The Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup. Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
And George, here we go. Rebound by the Raptors. Ibaka's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Powell in the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Tipped away. It's off his foot. And the official saying it was kicked. 1:56 left to play in the first half. Left side, Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. The three from Morris.
What do you love about Serge on this end? Has the lateral quickness and hops to really challenge shooters.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Lowry against George. Over Lowry. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. 16 points for George. And it's Lowry with the ball, brings it up for Toronto. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Powell against Williams. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the half. From deep. And it's Lowry with the rebound.
With floor spacing at a premium, they need him to hit these shots. Made just that one in the first.
Here's Powell. He's got 8. Outside Lowry. Here's Anunoby. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Both teams will make substitutions. "11 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Leonard with the ball. From deep three-point range, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Raptors out in front, ending the second quarter with a 13-4 run. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kyle Lowry. Kyle, you came out strong to take advantage in the first half. Were you pleased with the effort?
Yeah, we got to keep it up. Our defensive intensity has to stay high.
That has led to some great play at the other end. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Aggressive. I called them up earlier. I like it. They're taking it hard to the rack, dictating the pace, setting the physical tone. You're not going to get that by launching threes all night. Everybody knows that.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. The Clippers trail. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Count that bucket as we approach the fourth quarter. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
The Raptors shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Outside Lowry. Shot clock at 6. Here's VanVleet. And it's off from three-point range. The Clippers shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. And that one's good. Beverly. Now it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Ibaka in the post. Working on Zubac.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Clippers moving the ball around. Beverly finds Zubac. And here's Leonard. Elbow shot is on the way. And the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Outside Lowry. The 19-foot shot. That's good on the jump shot. Lowry's got 13 points.
That was the first make of the half. 1 for 4 now. Let's see if that gets them going.
Baseline jumper. George, no good.
After hitting 3 straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half.
VanVleet looking around. For the tie. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 11 rebounds in the game. The shot's good. And that's 18 points for Paul George.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Paul George with the steal. A finish, and it's George finishing it off.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Ibaka right side. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Beverly, the pass to George. Shoots over VanVleet. Here's Zubac, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Marc Gasol's checked in for Ibaka. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Pascal Siakam. And Thomas subbed in for OG Anunoby.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Zubac. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. Smitty, we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bryn Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball. I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball, very sparing with his turnovers.
And for Kawhi, he never seems like he's forcing the issue offensively.
I mean, he has studied the post games of Michael Jordan, and being able to score at all 3 levels has made the game easy. With his strength and his turnaround jumper, he can get his shot off with ease.
And he knocks down the first one.
With Kawhi, you love his talent, but just as important, you love the basketball IQ and work ethic.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. So he gets them both. Raptors trail by 12. Now here's Lowry. He's got 13. Pass to Thomas. With the floater and the rejection by Zubac. Jackson against Lowry. Jackson dishes to George. Lob pass to George. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
One shot.
George, no good on the free throw. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Raptors trail by 16. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
The Toronto Raptors knew Kawhi Leonard might leave, but plan B is to build around their young players. They've got some good ones, in my opinion.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Kawhi Leonard. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, putting up 26 points per, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's versatile. He's prolific. There really isn't much a defense can do once he catches fire.
Feeds to Gasol. Just 5 to shoot. They need this one, and he lays it up and in. Gasol's got 7 points. You know, the Raptors have done a great job of finding quality players, Steve, late in the draft and developing them into contributors.
Yes, Kevin, and one of those guys is Fred VanVleet. He went undrafted. A long rebuild was never in the cards for Toronto. They're competing as those young guys develop.
And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Friday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that matchup with the Mavericks, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
No good on that
one. And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
The Raptors making a switch here. Davis is checked in, and the Clippers with a change here too. Green's checked in. He hits the second from the line. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
The feed to Gasol. Over Morris. It's Gasol missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Clippers leading by 15. Jackson kicks to Green. Pass to Leonard. George looking over the floor. The fadeaway, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. George has got his 3rd assist on the night. Now Van Vliet. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Here's Gasol. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Here's George. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Raptors. Norman Powell comes in for Fred Van Vliet. And for a long time, JaMychal Green was mostly an energy player. But he's expanded his game lately.
Worked on developing an outside shot. He can drop a few threes from the power forward spot now, Kevin. He still has a high motor. You love the activity around the rim.
One shot.
That free throw good from George. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Toronto. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And George with the stuff.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Davis against George. And the pass to Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Drills the three-pointer. Powell's got 11. Clippers leading by 19. On the wing, George. He's guarded by Thomas. George, no good. Toronto's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Davis looking for an opening. Right side, Gasol. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Noah. Great defense that time from Noah.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Talented, opportunistic. When Leonard gets hot, it can last for long stretches.
George against Davis. Kicks it to Thomas. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Noah.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Jackson gets the bucket. 11 points in the game.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
That's a 2 from Powell. And the Raptors miss again.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Siakam is checked in for Toronto. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Lou Williams is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Siakam passes to Gasol. Drains it from beyond the arc. Gasol's got 10 points in the game.
That's how you like to set up a big man for the shot. Gasol just catching it and letting it go.
Los Angeles leading by 22. Outside, George. George double teamed. Pass to Williams. Green left side. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Toronto's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Siakam kicks to Powell. Left side, Ibaka. The shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Jackson finds Williams. 6 to shoot, and the wide-open shot from Green. Good, and the nice assist for Williams.
Over his career, JaMychal Green has steadily worked on the perimeter jump shot. You have to respect his range from the outside.
Davis, the pass to Gasol. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial six-man of the year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. Andrew Beverly, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. And so Gasol nails them both. 1:35 left in the third. Williams kicks it to Noah. Back to Williams. George against Siakam. 5 to shoot. There's Green with the 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Williams against Davis. Pass to Gasol. Over Noah. And that one off the back of the rim and in. 14 points for Marc Gasol.
A tale of two halves. He's really turned it around here, scoring the ball.
Here's Williams. Lays it up off the glass.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's Siakam. Noah with the block.
That is what Noah's known for, block shots.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And here is Siakam. From deep. That shot missing. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Los Angeles on top. They finish off the third quarter with a massive 16-7 run. And we'll be back with you right after this. How about a look at today's assist of the game?
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, JaMychal Green is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Williams. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. Johnson against Patterson. Johnson right side. That's a 2 from Powell. Misses off the right iron. The Clippers shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Williams against Johnson. Williams kicks to Patterson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
It's stolen by Green. Williams against Powell. Shoots from the baseline. That one off the back iron and out. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Davis. Passes it to Boucher. And he comes up with the deuce.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Williams. The pass to Patterson. You know, Steve, the business part of the NBA, very strong. But Commissioner Silver doesn't want to be complacent either.
No, he doesn't. He's always been forward-thinking. They're doing a good job of being proactive. They're doing a good job of just throwing out ideas. And what I love the most, Kevin, working with the Players Association.
I'm with you. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer for the Raptors let me know the status. He said that he does have a broken nose. It's definitely a painful injury, but not a worst-case scenario. And of course, that would be a brutal loss for this team if he misses any time, as they're getting ready for the end of the season. Kevin?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
I know he'll fight back hard to get back on the floor. He wants to be out here with his teammates.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Pass to Boucher. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Back to Powell. Trying to get open is Johnson. The shot by Powell, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And the shot goes down.
Great pass by Lou. He's such a good scorer. That allows him to draw the defensive attention away from his teammates.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Powell. Clock at 6. Rebound by the Clippers.
And the Stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Williams looking around. Here's Green, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A trickier cover than he gets credit for. Jermichael Green catches the defender out of position.
And for a team schedule that includes 4 games and 5 nights, sports writers have introduced the term schedule losses due to fatigue. I just don't think that's very good, but it's a reality right now.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, Kevin, you know these games, you travel a lot. Your legs are just done, and that's when you have to rely on a total team, play more guys. But it happens. You can't get out of this quicksand. You're going to have those type of losses.
The first free throw is good.
You've got to love the journey Jermichael Green has taken to get into the league, really clawing his way into this team's rotation thanks to his tremendous work ethic.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Norman Powell, and Thomas subbed in for Davis. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Landry Shamit's checked in for Lou Williams. And good on the second, so he makes them both. You know, Smitty, Commissioner Adam Silver has been outspoken in saying there will be a female NBA head coach, and he says it's on him to help it happen sooner than later. And Steve, we already see many women in various categories in the NBA all over the league right now.
So true, Kevin. I love the diversity, and it's much needed in our league. And I would say Adam Silver has done a great job of taking us in that direction.
Here's McCall. And he overshot that one, missing. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Well, Steve, we keep seeing new arenas and new state-of-the-art training facilities. As a player, what do you value more, the home court or the practice court?
Kevin, I really think it's the practice court because you spend so much time there. But a lot of times now, franchises have both, the home court and their practice facility right inside the arena. If you can have the practice court at an all-time high, something guys like and love, they'll spend a lot of time there.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
And so he hits both. Here's McCall. Johnson outside. Here's McCall. Back to Johnson. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. 5 on the clock. To end the run. The rebound by Patterson. Clippers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. It's stolen. Here's McCall. It's Hollis Jefferson, top of the key. Floats one up. He takes it up and lays it in. McCall has got his first 2 points.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Now, here's Shamet. He's guarded by Thomas. Patterson passes to Mann. Shamet with it. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Raptors have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Knocked loose. LA's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Feeds it to Patterson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Patterson is so active and efficient with his movements inside.
The Raptors shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
McCaw kicks to Johnson. Well, a lot of progress being made from a technical standpoint. You can't escape it, Steve. Shoes now that can tighten themselves without laces, changing colors. Have you gotten yourself a pair yet?
Yeah, Kevin, I haven't, but I bought a lot of pair for my kids. I do like these type of shoes where there are no shoelaces. I'm a little lazy right now, Kevin, but I love the technology that are going into shoes right now.
Marc Gasol's checked in for the Raptors. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Shamet with it. Thomas is there. Magruder. Los Angeles with another miss.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep one.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
The feed to Gasol. And the rejection by Zubac. To the paint. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
One shot.
That's how you set the table, and everybody gets to eat.
One shot.
That free throw good from Shamet. A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success. Ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
I guess it's ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And, Steve, you know, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have an identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
Here's McCall. To halt the run, it's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And it's Magruder in the corner. Zubats against Gasol. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of emotions.
Gasol against Zubats. Passes it to Mann. Just 5 to shoot. Again, Los Angeles.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge league with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
Here's McCall. Shot from free throw range, and he drops that one in. McCall has got 4 this quarter. Clippers have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. Shamet the pass to Magruder. The pass to Zubats. Here's Mann, clock at 4, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. I saw this the other day, Steve. The NBA now helping to create the Basketball Africa League. 12 teams from across that terrific continent. I think it's pretty exciting.
It is. This is an incredible story. Great for the sport and great for the people of Africa.
The first one falls. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
You know, for a player like Stanley Johnson, you are just waiting for the offense to come around. He has shown to be a solid defender, but that's just not enough to find consistent minutes.
A nice shot by Gasol.
Love the effort from Marc Gasol. Physical defense, but he wasn't deterred.
Mann passes to Shamet. Here's Patterson. It's good. Patterson's got 7 points for the quarter. Well, it's been difficult for Stanley Johnson to live up to his draft spot of number 8 overall back in 2015.
You see the talent, Kevin. Fans are still waiting for Johnson to turn the corner with his offense. He's still working to pass the 40% mark from the field in his career.
Pass to Mann. Now, here's Zubats. Pass to Mann. From deep. Rebound by the Raptors.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. Definitely not him.
It's the kind of shot that gives hero ball a bad name and causes your coach to consider another line of work.
Clock at 6. Pass to Gasol. Shoots over Zubats. And again, it's Toronto converting.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic
was put on display here today.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Paul George.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open. Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Yeah, easy call.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. For Toronto, Patrick McCaw. At the line for 2.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That one is off. Good on the second free throw. And so here are the Clippers. Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Now, here's Shamet. He's guarded by Davis. Now, Shamet. So the Clippers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.